Hey guys, today I'm talking about my second month of investing $500 into my Roth IRA account as a 26-year-old grad student. And this is my second month of doing that. I did that my first month and I posted about it. I got some feedback and comments, and I'm going to make tiny changes to my portfolio this time, and I'll screen record that. But I just got paid 2 days ago, and I'm taking a portion of that and put it into my Roth IRA. And this is very early in the beginning of my investing journey, I know, but it's worth celebrating because I've been consistent with 2 months in my Roth IRA portfolio. And I also had some investment that is not part of Roth IRA. So I want to share my journey with you guys, and hopefully that encourage you guys. If you're young like me, or even if you're 18 years old, you should start investing. It's never too late. It's better late than never. So yeah, let me show you guys the journey. So one of the first things you can see here that I am selling is the stock, Apple stock. Looking at long term, I think in the beginning of my Roth IRA journey, I want to invest in ETF like S&P 500, and I want to make sure I have enough money in that because it just diversified to the top 500 companies in the US. I am sure that the risk is low, so I want to focus on that. And even though I have had like a little bit of growth past month in the Apple stock, I decided to sell it and put all my focus on ETF for now. So you can see I'm selling about $76.45 of Apple stock. I had slight growth and decided to sell it. I'm also selling a repeated ETF, which is the SPY, and that, I think I did some research, the expense ratio is higher, so I decided to sell that and just focus on VOO, which is the different version of, I think it's Vanguard S&P 500, and correct me if I'm wrong. And so you can see right now my Roth IRA account has $1,020 around that ballpark, and a month before I have $505, and I added another $500 this month, and the Robinhood Roth IRA contribute $15, which is about 3% of the total amount that I put in, because I have the gold subscription. So hopefully a few decades later, it compounds and add more into my total Roth IRA. So I also discovered that I can contribute only to 2024, even though it's 2025. I think the deadline for a Roth IRA for 2024 is until April 30th, because I think in a year, our max contribution is only 7,000. So I think I'm gonna focus more on the 2024 Roth IRA so I can maximize that, so that I can later on go back to the 2025 Roth IRA, because we can only invest 7,000. If you're seeing this video, I hope this is an encouragement and inspiration for you, because I hope that my actions are showing my enthusiasm, and hopefully I can keep up with this for the next couple months, couple years, because I want to start building up this habit, because I believe the power of compounding interest and compounding growth in our investment account is ultimately what makes people wealthy, and that's what makes most regular people wealthy if you look at the data. Again, I talked about this last video. The beginning, especially the first 100K, is the hardest. It's the part where compounding growth doesn't come into effect just yet. If you do it long enough, probably 10 to 15 years, that's when you start seeing the snowballing effect. But the beginning is the hardest. But it is based on, I forgot which, I need to find that name for you guys. A really wealthy finance guy said that the first 100K is a bitch. So we gotta get there no matter what. Obviously, you gotta do it legally in the right ways. But we wanna build that habit to get to the 100K. And once we get to 100K, that would be a great level to reflect and just wait for the compounding growth to start happening, and of course continuing putting in money to the investment account to grow that wealth. And take this advice from a random internet 26-year-old guy, but if you're 18 and you start with investing, or even starting learning about it, you're already 80% ahead of most of your peers. 80% ahead. Just want to let you know that, because 20% of people in their 18s or 19 or 20 are the first time investors. So If you start early, you can be the top of your peers. Just want to let you guys know that. Also, I just want to throw out some stats. Around 30% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, or even more percentage, probably 50%, who knows, depending on the data that you're looking at. But the ultimate intentions, why I say that is, don't do that. Leave some space for your future. You're still young. You have the ability to grind. You gotta do that. Set that money aside and wait, and let that money grow so that when you're older, you can start enjoying. Because you won't have the kind of energy and recovery like you have when you're 18 or around your 20s. So I encourage everybody to not live paycheck to paycheck. There's always ways how you can figure out ways to save or to be smart about spending. So take it from a 26-year-old grad student who doesn't get paid much. Take that with a grain of salt, and I wish you guys the best. If you are experienced investor, or if you're in your 40s, 50s, please comment down below. Talk to the young people. This whole point of the channel is to be a connection place for the younger folks and the older folks who really talk about finance and learn about finance. And I hope my platform is able to do that. So thank you guys.